there, I'm Miss Kristen of the Oosterhapford Library. I think it's amazing that it's the month of May already. And today I'm holding something amazing in my hand. You might be thinking, well, what's so amazing about that? It's just an old box of cereal. Or is it? With a little bit of imagination, you can turn your old cereal box into something amazing. Can you guess what it is? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's something fun that you can play with, and it's amazing. But first, I have a short story to share with you all about using your imagination to make cool and extraordinary things out of an ordinary box. And the story is called Not a Box. Let's get started.
Not a Box, written and illustrated by Antoinette Portis, published by HarperCollins. To children everywhere sitting in cardboard boxes. Why are you sitting in a box? It's not a box. Room. What are you doing on top of that box? It's not a box. Why are you squirting a box? I said it's not a box. Now you're wearing a box? This is not a box. Are you still standing around in that box? It's not. 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 Not a box. Well, what is it then? It's my not a box. The end.
So Bunny used their imagination to imagine that the box was a race car, the top of a mountain, a robot, a rocket, pirate ship, and more. Today, you're going to use your imagination and some engineering skills to turn this cereal box into something amazing. Did you guess what it might be? I gave you a hint. It's a maze. Get it? Amazing maze. All right, and I'm being silly there. But you're going to be able to build this with just the things that you have around your house. And there's no one way to make a maze. So use the materials that you have at home. I'll show you how I made mine with paper. But step one is to gather your materials. You're going to need a cereal box and a ball. Now I'm going to use a marble like this. You don't have to use a marble. You can use whatever you might have at your house. The ball can be a rolled up piece of Play-Doh, or it can be a small ball like this, or a round candy, or even a ball-shaped cereal that you might have at home. Items, you're going to need some items to make the path of your maze. Now I made mine out of paper here, so I just used scraps of paper from the box and other paper that I had around the house. You can also use straws if you have some leftover straws at home, or paper towel tubes, because I made another type of maze, a marble run, using paper towel tubes, whatever you might have around your house. You're definitely going to need a pair of scissors. And you're probably going to need an adult to help you, at least with the setup of your box. Some tape, a paper pencil if you want to draw out your design. Now that you know what you have to work with, you get to choose what type of maze you're going to make. Like I said, there's no one way to make your maze, so just use your imagination and the things you have around the house. I am going to show you how I made this paper maze right here, and also this marble one using paper towel tubes. But if you have Play-Doh at home, you can make a maze by rolling up the Play-Doh into little snakes and making something like this. Or maybe you have some straws lying around your house, and you can use your straws to make a maze too. So step 3 is you're going to cut and prep your cereal box. And you're going to need an adult to help you with this. You can choose to cut a window out of the cereal boxes, which is what I did. And you will need an adult maybe to help you with this because we'll have to punch in to just cut this right around here. If you have like a family size box, you could probably just cut it in half right here. Or you can just even choose to cut the whole thing out right here. You're going to have to tape up the top. So the flaps are right here. You'll put some tape there to make it strong so that your box doesn't fall apart. Once your box is ready, you can move on to step 4, design and test your maze. Now this is the fun part. You may wish to draw a maze path out before you start, or you could choose to just dive right in and start making, which is what I like to do. But there's a few tips to help you along the way. First, when you're making your maze, choose a beginning point, a start point, and an end point. This will help you plan your path for your ball. You can also use paper. Now I'm going to use paper as my divider here. I'll show you what I did. You can use whatever material you have around your house. So what I did was I took some of the cardboard from the box that I cut out, and then you can see it's a rectangular shape. I folded it over just a little bit at the end. And then this is going to be taped and secured into the bottom of the box. And I used masking tape. I use masking tape because I can easily change or reposition my design of the maze if I want to make some changes. Now, you can also use some colorful paper. I have some scraps of paper, and again, it's just a rectangular shape that I folded over just a tiny bit right there. So once you've done that, you can test it out as you go along to make sure that everything is working the way you expect it to do. Now, I'm going to take my marble, but you can use whatever your ball is. You want to make sure that whatever ball you use, that the path is wide enough for your ball to pass, and that if you make any cutouts here or at the end point right here, make sure that it is wide enough that your ball can pass through and go down to the next part of your maze that you're going to make. Now, when you're doing this kind of a maze, you're probably going to be using it this way to move your ball all the way around. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit by showing it up vertical to you because I'm going to test it out right now and see if it works. Oh, that works. That works. Oh, it's tricky because I put a hole in the middle. And then here I'm running into a problem. Can you see what the problem is? It won't go. I made my little runner there too long. So thankfully, I have tape here that I can remove it like this. I can take my pair of scissors like this. I can cut a little bit like that. I can re-tape it into my box and then see Yep, it certainly did move there. All right, so that is part of the fun part, but you get to test and design your maze. Now, once you have a basic path, you could try to make it a little bit more challenging by adding things like little extra holes in the middle, or maybe some extra dead ends where the ball goes the wrong way. You have to get it to go the other way and drop down. You can also make some different types of mazes. And like I showed you, you can make a marble run using the cereal box and just some paper towel tubes like this. All you need to do is cut them to the size that you want and then go ahead and cut them in half. And you have your runner for your paper towel tube. Maybe you'll want to add a cup to the bottom to see if you can add the added challenge of trying to get the marble to go right into the cup. That is an extra challenge item. I tried it out myself. And again, all you have to do with this is just put some tape right to the back of the box, and there you have your marble run right there. Now, what I also did was I put a hole on the side of the box here to stick the marble to go right into the side. Let's see if this one works. Let's try it out right here. Oh, right in the box, in the cup right here. It worked out just great. So use your imagination. Try out, make your own maze at home. I hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye.